Bonsoir tout le monde. Hello guys. Today we are talking about Missoni Wave. Thumbnail. What the fuck? Today we're talking about Missoni Wave. This was released in I think 2019. Let me check on that. 2020 by Christophe Raynaud and the House of Missoni. It's a new house, not really niche, not really designer. Don't know where it fits in, but really nice quality. Off the bat, this is a fragrance. Cute little bottle, nice magnetic cap. And this fragrance, you know, it's been talked about for a while as a really nice summer fragrance, as the baby between Chanel Allure Homme Sport or Extreme, I think, and Versace Oh Man, Versace Fresh, Versace Homme, I don't even know. Let me just say, it's leaning more on the Versace side. Yeah. Okay, off the bat, if you're into clean fragrances, just buy this. If you're into clean citruses, kind of musky, but kind of not, just very clean, dryer sheet type fragrances, this is gonna be a great fragrance for you. If you need a room freshener, haha, Missoni Wave. But if you actually are looking for something more on the Chanel Allure Homme Eau Extreme side, no, you're not gonna like this. The notes: citruses, Sicilian Mandarin, C notes, lavender, Clary Sage, Rosemary, Egyptian Pelargonium, that's an Egyptian flower, Vanilla Orchid, Haitian Vetiver, and Patchouli and Oakmoss. And the perfumer behind this is Christophe Raynaud. Yeah, Christophe Raynaud. And let me just say, Christophe, because I love your shit. You made 1 million privé, so I know you could do better. You could do so much better. I do not like this at all. Why do I not like it? To me, personally, I'm more into sweet fragrances or something a bit more citrusy. If you're gonna lean into the citrus side of things, go full citrus. Make it smell like an orange. Make it smell like an orange peel. Don't make it smell like orange peel scented lavender dryer sheets. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't get the appeal. I don't know why people like this. I don't like this at all. It will be a birthday present to my dad. I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, the Vanilla Orchid adds, you know, a nice kind of vanillic element, but not in the sense that it smells like vanilla. But if I lied to you and told you, oh yeah, there's a fuck ton of vanilla, you could kind of fake your brain to pick that up, but it's not that good. It's not a good vanilla. There's not a good dose of sweetness. There's not a good dose of citrus. I feel like everything that kind of had going for it, it lacks in. Now, where it does, you know, have oomph is by being without the Vetiver and the Patchouli and the Oakmoss and that lavender. This fragrance falls apart. I feel like personally it has very little of the backbone, and without those things it would have no backbone. There would be nothing. There would legitimately be nothing. But on a more serious note, when I smell it, C notes, citrus, a tiny bit of sweetness, lavender, Haitian Vetiver, a tiny bit of vanilla, and then a kind of dusty, powdery moss. But it really isn't my favorite thing at all. I've had it for a month, and you know, I've put a nice, never mind. I have not put a nice dent on it for a month of ownership, because personally, I just don't really enjoy it. I don't like it. It was a disappointing blind buy, and that's what I get for blind buying. But it was $40. For $40, this is one of the best space fresheners, the best room fresheners. If I want, I would enjoy, that's the thing. I would enjoy if my bathroom smelled like this. Me personally, no. This smells super clean, super fresh, super nice. Do I want to smell like those things? Not necessarily. I'd prefer to smell a bit more sweeter, and this lacks that sweetness that I'm looking for. I'm going to put it out there. This is not a very sweet fragrance. This is not a very creamy, sweet fragrance. I've heard other fragrance influencers describe it as a kind of Chanel Homme Allure, kind of no, not kind of, like, you could say inspired by, but it does not match that sweetness anywhere. In fact, this is probably the least sweetest fragrance I've owned. If I had to, wait. Yeah, okay. This is probably the least sweetest fragrance I've owned. It's on par. It's on par with Gucci Guilty Eau de Parfum. That's how not sweet it is. And even then, I pick this any day of the week. I have to talk about this. I pick this any day of the week. But I really do hate to bash on a fragrance and trash on a fragrance, because at the end of the day, fragrances are art and an expression of self and an extension of self. And this obviously is not for me. This is not an extension of me. This is not this is not a way that I'd like to express myself. So for those gentlemen that do like it and are in the comments like, Jonas, this is a horrible take, I'm sorry if I've offended you. Please do not dislike this. Actually, no. If you don't like this opinion, dislike this video. That gives me engagement. But I'm sorry. This really isn't my thing. And this is one of the, it's very rarely that I have a fragrance that I cannot recommend. I do not recommend this. This is not the summer goat that they were talking about. This is not the summertime spring goat. Best cheapie ever. No, I do not recommend this. I cannot approve this message. That being said, what are some positives? Because I've been bashing this for 7 minutes now. It is a nice quality fragrance from a good house, from a good perfumer with, quality ingredients. It doesn't smell too synthetic at all, actually. It really does smell quite nice. That's the thing. It smells quite nice. Notice how I said I don't want to smell like this, but I'd have it as a bathroom freshener. It smells really nice, really high quality, really luxury, but I don't like smelling like I, stepped out the shower or like a luxury bathroom. That's not my favorite thing. And I'd probably enjoy this fragrance more if it didn't lack sweetness. There's just an absence of sweetness. So for those of you that were thinking about picking up Missoni Wave, I'm sorry that I cannot recommend it to you, but here are some things that I can recommend that are kind of up there, kind of around the same price point. Number one, Armaf Milestone. Armaf Milestone, Mont Blanc Explorer, Versace Dylan Blue, Versace Homme, Chanel Allure, Chanel Allure, O Extreme, O Sport. I don't even know. There's so many. Basically any Blue de Chanel type fragrances. And Versace Dylan Blue. That's probably the closest thing in price point to this. Versace Dylan Blue and Mont Blanc Explorer and Armaf Milestone are probably the closest things that are like in this kind of like price point that are good for summer. But this one, complete miss for me, guys. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. If one of you would like to pick this bottle up for me, maybe I'll do a giveaway. Maybe I'll get something else for my dad. But let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments. I'm very interested in hearing your feedback on this great take, because my takes are law and anybody else's takes are bullshit. So with that being said, have a great day, guys. Have a happy Sunday. I'm just loading this channel up with content. I don't know when this video will reach you guys, but whatever day on whatever month, I hope you guys are just loving life, having a great day, having a great afternoon, great month, and keep praying and keep manifesting. And thank you for getting this channel to where it is now, because if I didn't see that so many people were actually engaging with this content and these types of videos, I would not be making these types of videos. You guys are helping me and pushing me and also supporting me way more than I thought I'd even be supported. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Have a blessed day.